Hey, it's Uncle Chubbs. Now, these are the past five sages that we discussed: Shu, Hanyo, Saiga, Baika, and Gendo. They are the first five. They are also the five elemental sages. After these five, through generations, they will actually be. I'm sorry about that. They will actually be the ancestors of anyone who has obtained these powers. Um, they may or may not actually be an ancestor depending on how you specifically obtain your powers. But for anyone within the next couple hundred years, if you control fire, water, wind, lightning, or earth, you're most likely a descendant from one of these sages. Now, next, we have the Sage of Sound. Sorry about that. Now, the Sage of Sound, he's the Sage Sound. My bad. His name is Bara. Actually, his whole clan is Bara. Bara of the Bara clan. And pretty much what he does is he obtains his powers through a demonic trade. And by the time he comes around, it's already been a couple hundred years. They've already had children. Their descendants are making more descendants. And by the time he gets his powers, their powers have already been progressing through the world. So that is when other things start happening, which we'll talk about these next events at another time. But for an example, there is a pretty much a little plot event that happens right here between this sage and this sage, which there will be videos and several discussing about that. After the Sage of Sound, you will then meet the Sage of Time. His name is Sen. The Sage of Time, in this, he sees through time. He experiences time as if it's a natural thing within his mind. He can see through any time, past, present, and future at all time. He sees them actually all at the same time, and he can comprehend it. Pretty much what he obtained his power was, it's kind of hard to explain it with a category, but he almost inherited his powers. The means of that we will discuss at another time, and pretty much we have a lot more people we have to cover. The Sage of Time is actually one that helps create the next sage. I'm sorry about that. Smoking a cigarette, trying to record and write. But the Sage of Energy, which his name is Kai, or Ki, or however you want to pronounce that. And he actually trained to pretty much acquire his powers. Now, being the Sage of Time, he sees who all the sages will be coming through, all the sages, and pretty much he is going to start creating them sooner than later, or try to, or the ones he knows he can, he will. The ones that he can't, he won't. And pretty much he's going to reinvent the rules on the sages. And so he starts gathering more sages with him, and the more he finds, the more powerful they get, in a sense. Like, as a group, pretty much a group of superpowered people are gathering together to protect themselves from people without superpowers, or people that are trying to use their same powers to get rid of them. I'll explain that in a bit. And actually, I'll have to explain that in another video, because the next sage we are going to talk about is the Sage of Atomic Alteration. He's also known as the Sage of Alchemy and or Atoms. Doing this guy pretty much being overpowered for his time is pretty much a almost godlike with his skill, being able to turn one thing into another. He's actually is capable of turning a whole man into a gold statue. His name is Teh, T-E-H, and he's the next one pretty much out of the group. We got two more I think three more that will be within this group of the sound and time sage. And pretty much we got the Sage of Shadows, which he obtained that through a demonic trade. And he also, his name is Rodon. Rodon. Oh, and the Sage of Atomic Alteration acquired his through knowledge and practice. Now, pretty much the last two sages we have for this time is going to be. Actually, no, we have three still. My bad. I'm so sorry. I'm not really the best at counting, I guess. But we'll have to talk about those next three sages in the next video. Sage of Sound, Sage of Time, Sage of Energy, Sage of Atomic Alteration or Alchemy and or Atoms, and the Sage of Shadows. We'll talk about these people more often, and we will make another video soon. Thank you for watching.